What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So today I am doing my May current household. Now, I have quite a bit to talk to you guys about before I really jump into this. So this is the same family that was in my April current household. I have continued to play them. However, I have come into a lot of problems. So if you didn't watch my April current household, I recommend. It's the same family, just earlier in life. And also my March current household, and I think my February also. I've been doing the same family for a few months now. So if you watch my April current household, you would know that there were the two parents, Kellen and Corinna, and they had 4 kids, their youngest 2 being twins. And I think the last time you saw this family, the twins were children, toddlers, I think children. But now they are young adults. And I told you guys in the last one that I had big plans for this family in the future. I've had nothing but issues. I ended up moving them to a new town. I'm not sure if the town is the issue or what's really going on, because it is a completely new town. It's not like it's a town I've already had that I moved them to. Like, I downloaded a whole new town and moved them here. So I really, I don't know. I just genuinely don't know, and I'm honestly a little irritated. But I've pretty much spent all day. I plan to play all day, and I spent all day trying to fix this. They've had so many bugs, so many glitches. I finally got them to a place where I don't think they have any glitches. I ended up having to start a new save. Basically what I did was I saved all the families to my bin, because there were 3 separate households for this family. The one the mother is in, and then 2 siblings in one household, 2 siblings in the other. I saved them all to my bin. I started a whole new save file. And then I placed them all back in the town, and I've been trying to reconnect them with the family tree, and it is just not working. It is very, very frustrating. So yeah, you're going to see the family here in just a second. But the town I moved them to was Alpine County. I don't think I've shown this town at all. It is huge. It's amazing. I absolutely love this town. So we have a little lake out here, some country houses, a camp forest, more country houses, a little dive bar, and then some really nice country clubs. Here's a nice school, a gated community for the rich people. Here's some more country houses. These are more with horses and stuff. Yeah, there's the equestrian center, and then this is rich neighborhood, but more not gated. And then this is a downtown section. We got some bars, the hospital, Taco Bell, Subway. This place is super cool. We have a mall, the gym. This is the starter section, where these are mostly starter homes. And then we have our big city over here. We also have this is another country club, and then they're not actually usable, but this is a golf course. So I think that is super cool, and houses on the golf course. More stuff out in the country. And then we go through downtown. We have another rich but not quite gated community, rich neighborhood. Here is the festival and the little resort. The pier or something, I don't really know. And then you follow this kind of out, and here's another resort, and then these are little beach bungalows, so you can have it right on the beach. Love this town, super amazing. I might actually do a town overview for them. So that's the town they live in. I ended up moving the younger of the 2 twins into this house that I did build for them. It's not great. We don't have a lot of money, and I actually plan on moving one of them out right away, which I'll get to when I'm explaining the family dynamic and everything. Oh, pause. All right. So what is going on here? This is the front door. The yard is pretty. The yard is completely empty except for a little garden over there on the side. So you walk in the front door, and immediately there's a hallway. I really should have made that a door to the backyard, but it is what it is. A little hallway with 3 rooms, and then we can go that way. We'll go this way first. The first room right here is the bathroom. Very basic, very brown. they didn't really have a whole lot of money moving in here. I kind of spent like all the money on the build, like the walls and the front and the wallpaper and flooring, and I didn't have very much money to furnish with. The second room is the son's room. It's very blue, very bright. So you walk in, toy box right next to the door, and then some toys, a bunch of toys everywhere, a bed, a dresser. Super cute, super cute. I wanted to give him the Pokemon bed, but we couldn't afford it at the time, so that's what he got. And then down the hallway a little farther is another bedroom. This is the mom's bedroom, the son's mother's bedroom. She's got a computer, her own bed, bedside tables, double dresser over here, super cute stuff. And then we will come back down this hallway, back towards the front door, and over here takes us to kitchen, dining room, living room. It's all kind of there. Over here in this corner is a very cramped, small living room. I literally just decorated this house, like we just got the money to decorate it, and I'm gonna move them out already because of my storyline, which I'll get to in a minute. And then a huge, open, beautiful kitchen, but the people staying in this house don't really cook, so that's funny. And then a radio, and then over here is a staircase. Let's go upstairs. And there's actually a little door here. Initially, I was gonna make like you go straight up the stairs into a room, but I didn't, it just didn't feel private enough to be able to like look up the stairs and see her room, or like you could hear anything going on in the bedroom and the kitchen because of where the stairs are, So I put a little, like I closed it off here. And this room is really not decorated at all. And oh God, her hair does not work in game. That is so cute in Create a Sim, but in game it does not work. There's really nothing here because this is actually the sim I plan to move out, but this is her room. This is where she stayed. I actually do really like the layout of this house. The only thing I would maybe do differently is probably put a bathroom upstairs and then make the upstairs like the master bedroom, and then maybe make the kitchen a little smaller so we could have more of a living room. But other than that, I actually do like the layout of this house. So let me introduce you to the Sims. We'll actually start with technically she's not the oldest, but we'll start explaining the story with her. So this is Miss Aspen Claus. She is one of the twins. I believe she was the older twin. She has two older siblings, a brother named Carter and a sister named Casey. I would show you in the family tree, but like I said, the family tree is super messed up, so I can't really show you that. But they are her family. I'll go to their house and show them in just a minute. But yeah, she has an older brother named Carter, older sister named Casey, and then she is the older of the twins. She is a celebrity, so obviously she cares very much so about the way she looks and being put together and her reputation. She's, always dressed to the nines. Like, look at that super hot dress, her shoes, like all of it. I just realized my door's open. I'm gonna go shut that. I feel better now that the door is shut. Her lifetime wish is to be a superstar actor, which is level 10 in the film career acting branch. She's currently a level 3. Yeah. She is a Torres, however you say that, is a young adult with 23 days, so she's an adult. She loves to swim, genius, party animal, hopeless romantic, and a snob. She likes the color seafoam, French toast, and Digitoons. As for skills, she's only a level 2 social networking. This is not the sim I'm going to continue the family with, so I have not really paid any attention to her. Moving on to her twin sister. Again, this hair works in Create a Sim, and it obviously does not work in game, which is really, really annoying. I will have to change that. But this is her twin sister, Parker Claus, and really, she just wants to be a little, like, look at her outfit. She just wants to be this hippy dippy girl who lives out in the country by herself, never really gets bothered. Parker, well, first of all, her lifetime wish is to have a greener garden, which means reaching level 10 gardening skill and making 100 plants grow using bloom. I did not realize when I gave this to her, you had to be a fairy. So I actually plan on having her become a fairy, but I want her to have a kid first to continue on the family, and I don't want that kid to be a fairy. So I want her to have the kid first and then become a fairy. So anyways, that's Parker. That's her lifetime wish. She's a Cancer. I love that they are twins with different signs. Also, oh yeah, she like just became a 3-star celebrity. Again, young adult with 23 days, so she's an adult. They are twins. She's a loner, loves the outdoors, genius, eco-friendly, and green thumb. She likes the color Irish green, which I didn't even plan, you know, I thought that's kind of funny. Potato and truffle torts, and dark wave music. And she is level 4 in the self-employed gardening career. Now, there are 2 other Sims in this household, and you're probably thinking, well, who the hell are they? So, before we get into that, I'm actually going to show you the rest of the family since they don't really come up in the family tree. So our father has since passed away. His name is Kellen. He's actually the Sim that's in my YouTube banner. It's Kellen and Corinna like kissing as young adults. So he no longer is with us. He unfortunately passed away. And this is Corinna. She is our mother. She is pretty much going to pass away any day now. Her bar is completely full. She's set to pass away at any moment. And apparently she adopted a kitten named Honey. I think that's really cute. She always had dogs because Kellen, her husband, was a dog person. So they had dogs growing up. So I think it's cute that she has a little kitten. So that is our mother. And then our 2 other siblings both live here. And Carter actually has a whole family of his own. If it would zoom in, like, hello. All right, come on. Pretty sure this is where they live. Yeah. So Carter and Casey are our older siblings. This is Carter right here, our brother. This is Casey, our sister. And then this is Carter's wife, Christabel. The 3 of them moved into this house. And I did have Carter and Christabel try for a baby, and they had Andre. I don't think he should be a teenager because he was a toddler when they tried for a baby again and got pregnant with Jarrett. So I feel like he should not be a teenager. He actually, fun fact, he went from toddler to kid to teenager all within the same day, and I forcefully he went from baby to toddler to kid all in the same day. So I actually pulled him into Create a Sim and aged him back down to a toddler because I hate when they don't age properly. And apparently they have a dog also. So this is the rest of our family. Again, they don't, for some reason she shows up in our family tree, but then Casey's nowhere to be seen, but then here she's by herself again. And it's the same thing when you do either of those 2. So that's really frustrating. So this is our family. We are related to them. They're just, for whatever reason, they just don't show up. Look at Casey. I love her. Carter was They made better girls than boys. Anyways, when they very first moved to this town, Aspen and Parker had just become teenagers. So they were really just kind of coming into themselves. And Aspen was kind of a hoe, I'm going to be completely honest. Like I said, I had to completely, they are considered completely new Sims. Like, they have no relationships with anybody outside of their house. Also, there's 2 Rubens because we met him at our job, and then I had to, re-put him in this town. So there's 2 of him in this town. One of them's our boss. One of them is our fiance. Oh, they're engaged, by the way. But we'll get to Ruben in a second. She was kind of a little hoe in this town. And as a teenager, she was going back and forth between 2 different men. One is Armando Situp, which he actually lives in this house right here. We met him because I had her go to this bar, and then I was just kind of checking the houses to see if there were any single men around, and he is one of them. And then the other one, oh, that's where Ruben lives. Love to see it. And then the other one is named Wayne Martin, or Martin Wayne, I can't remember. I think it's Wayne Martin. Anyways, he lives in this house. So she started hooking up with both of them. As a teenager, they were both young adults. Armando Situp was a single man. Wayne Martin was a married man with a toddler. So she was hooking up with both of them, and Armando first, he was actually her first time. She tried to date back before they moved, but she never really dated anyone. So Armando was her first. And then after that, she started hooking up with Wayne. And after she was hooking up with both of them for a while, she ended up getting pregnant. So that led us to have this little boy right here. His name is Aiden. He is so cute. I love him. Aiden is a Capricorn, a child with 5 days till he's a teen. He's a couch potato, clumsy, and virtuoso. He likes the color green, mushroom omelet, and country, and he is a level C in elementary school. So when Aspen got pregnant with Aiden, she genuinely did not know who the father was. It could have been Armando. It could have been Wayne. She had no idea. Now, of course I know because it shows up in the family tree who the father is, but with my little storyline, she still has no idea if either man is the father. Basically, she told each one that the other one was the father and used that as an excuse to break up with them, and she was single for a very, very short amount of time. Pretty much she was only single while she was pregnant. Also, she was a teen mother. If you kind of do the math, she has been a young adult for 8 days, and he's been alive for 12 days or something like that. I might be doing the math a little bit wrong there, but she was a teen mother. She ended up breaking up with both of them. Like I said, I know who the father is because it comes up in the family tree, but for my little storyline, Aspen does not know who the father is. She has no interest finding out who the father is. So when the day she found out she was pregnant, she broke up with both Armando and Wayne. She was single throughout her pregnancy, but then the same day Aiden was born, she started dating, I think he lives in this house. She started dating Calvin Best. He is going to be a teenager because they were teenagers when they started dating. But like I said, okay, well, definitely not this house. I don't remember what house he lives in, but she was dating Calvin Best. He starts out as a teenager when he moved to this town. They dated for the remainder of their teen years and then slightly into their young adult lives. And Aspen kind of realized, like, he loves me way more than I love him. And it's not good for me to string him along, and it's not good for me to have him around my child when I don't actually care about him this way. So she ended up breaking up with him. It was really, really hard. He was super, like, taken off guard and really upset about it. So Aspen was actually single for a while, which is not like her at all. Like I said, pretty much since the minute she became a teenager, she was with someone. So she was single for quite a while, and like I said, she wanted to be famous, she wanted to be an actress, so she joined the film career, and Ruben was one of her coworkers, so I will introduce Ruben to you. I honestly don't really know him that much because he very recently moved into the household also. His lifetime wish is to have the lifestyle of the rich and famous, which is level 5 celebrity and being worth more than at least 100,000 simoleons. He is a Libra and a young adult with 11 days till he is an adult. He likes spice brown, hamburger, and the color indie music. He is flirty, no sense of humor, dislikes children, coward, and ambitious. Obviously, he comes up as having no family tree, but when you first move into this town, he is actually married with 2 children. So Aspen stole him from his wife. She did that. She did the damn thing. And level 1 drumming for him. Also, I think I forgot to tell you Parker's skills. Level 2 cooking, level 6, basically level 7 gardening, and level 5 painting. So yeah, Aspen met him through work. They became friends at work. She invited him over one day. And in the course of one night, they became best friends. They slept together. She had him break up with his wife. And then she had him like divorce his wife. And then they went to bed. And then they got up at 5 in the morning because that's what time, they have to be there at 7. So that's what time they get up for work. They got up at 5 in the morning and I had them start dating and then get engaged instantly. So in less than 24 hours, they went from just being coworkers to I'm going to divorce my wife who I have 2 kids with and get engaged to you in less than 24 hours and move in. So they moved very, very fast. Now, Aspen and Parker have lived together their entire lives. Like, they were twins. They had shared a room up until they were children, I'm pretty sure. Maybe up until they were teenagers. And then when they did become young adults and it was time to move out, they got a place together. So they have always lived together. Now, Aspen and Parker are very, very different. Parker wants to be in the shadows. She wants to be overlooked. She wants to live out in the forest and not talk to anyone ever. Like, she loves being alone. You know, she's enjoying her solitude. She loves to be outdoors. She's not a technophobe, but she's not really much for technology in the house. Like, if it was up to her, there would be no radio, there would be no TV. Like, she would not be having any of that. So they are very, very different. And after Ruben moved in and they got engaged, they kind of had a conversation, and Parker knew it was coming, but they decided that it is time for Parker to move out and be on her own. And I'm actually very excited for this because ever since probably before Corinna and Kellen, I forgot her dad's name for a second, before Corinna and Kellen even had the twins, I have been wanting to play this kind of lifestyle. So I'm actually moving Parker out like right now. This is why I wanted to film my current household before I moved her out, because like how boring is a current household with one person and no house? You know, like I'm barely going to be able to afford a house for her because she's going to get half of that. And then like 1,000 of it is going to have to go to buying the land. So I wanted to film this before I moved her out, but I am moving her out on her own. And also, I kind of see Parker as, she never dated. I see her as, I might be using this wrong, so correct me if I am, asexual. So she's not really interested in a romantical relationship. She's like, you know, my being best friends with my sister is more than enough for me. And that's all she's ever really wanted, and that's all she's ever needed. But now that her sister, you know, she has a kid, she's about to get married, like it's time for her to leave. Now she really has nothing. So I think I want her to kind of realize that she doesn't want a romantic relationship, but she does want a child. So I'm debating between 2 different storylines. I'm not really sure which one to go with. Either I'm going to have her go to the bar, get super juiced, and she's going to make like a horrible life decision. Parker hasn't even had her first kiss. Like she's known since day one that she's not like other people. She's not interested in things romantically. Like she has never wanted that from a guy or a girl. So I'm debating between, she's either going to, in a moment of weakness and being upset, she's going to go to the bar, get super drunk, and have a random hookup with a guy because she thinks, well, that's just what you do. You know, I watched my parents be very much so in love, and they kissed and they held each other, and I watched my sister, you know, she was there for everything with Aspen during the whole Wayne versus Armando thing. She was there for all of it. This is actually like kind of a cool angle to see her at. Anyways, she saw all of it and she was like, that's just what you do. Like that's what normal people do. So I'm debating between either she'll have that moment of weakness at a bar, she'll try a random hookup, end up hating it, but get pregnant from it, or after she lives in solitude for a couple days, probably 3 days, because that's how long a pregnancy is, I'll have her go to the hospital and like engineer a baby, which you literally walk into the hospital without a baby and you come out with one and you get to pick everything. I haven't fully decided which one I'm going to do, but that's what I'm going to do with her. So basically she is going to live very deep in the woods. I'm still trying to debate on what lot I want to give her. There's this one all the way out here, but I kind of wanted it to be more surrounded by trees. I could switch this from like a public camping lot and build the house on it. Otherwise, there's ones like out here that are more fit for having horses, because I do want her to have horses as well. But I don't know. I think I might actually end up going with this one. Otherwise, I know there's a couple more lots somewhere in this world that'll kind of work for what I'm wanting. There's one that's like in a really random... This right here. This is a lot as well. And it's like off the road, but I don't know. I think I might go with this one because this is very secluded. But I want her to live a very secluded life with her one child. They're going to have horses. They're going to have like barn cats. And I want them to have a very, very, very tiny house. Ooh, one thing I actually didn't do. This was in my old save, but obviously, you know, that got messed up. I wanted to adjust the seasons. So we'll make... Actually, we'll do 6 and 8. Okay. Still making a year 28 days. But yeah, I want them to have like a very tiny house and they pretty much just live outside all the time is kind of my plan. But I'm going to go ahead and end this current household here. I hope you guys enjoyed. It really sucks that I lost that family tree, but I'm still really happy with this family. Also, I am going to just move out and let Ruben and Aspen kind of figure their own stuff out if they have any more kids, if they get married, if he ends up going back to his ex-wife, like what ends up happening. I personally do not see Aspen as a family person. I don't think she will have any more kids, but we'll see what Enros does. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this current household. I know it was a mess and I know it was all over the place, but in the next one, it should hopefully be a little bit more back to normal. So yeah, if you guys like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, commenting down below, subscribing, you know the deal. And I will see your lovely, lovely faces in my next video. Bye guys!
How bad did we want it?